Hello and welcome back to the Create server on our 1.14 area, our little cave. And I've gotten a little bit more dug out. Kind of got an idea of what I wanted to have in the ceiling with a bunch of different kinds of blocks and trying out. And getting an idea of how far I might want to get this down and how wide. And trying to get in some bit of hidden lighting and whatnot. Not too much, just kind of like keeping it on the sides. And right now I just have some torches and whatnot around help in the meantime. But I'm trying to, get it down much further that direction, keep the ceiling a little bit jigged and jagged and whatnot. And eventually all these will go away. And thus then the ceiling looks much darker and all the different blocks and stuff will kind of give it a little bit more shadows. But push all that stuff back a little bit more and to the side and way back there and kind of decide how big I want to make it. But we'll get to that later. Alright, so we are outside our place and I wanted to do a whole bunch of things, not necessarily to right here, but to the swamp. So I have taken my swamp and started doing a bunch of things around it. I don't think I'm quite done with it. This is kind of more the roofed part, but all around here I've decided to do various things. So this is still my working area right around here. Now it's about sunset. So I'm thinking right here is I'm going to do a big tree, and I want to do some other trees in the area, but I can briefly go around right here. So I wanted to have it be a little bit more dense, and so I want to make it more swampy as well. So I've gone around and edited the trees in this area. Let's give it a quick rest. So I'm gonna get rid of the podzol later on. Like I said, just growing trees and stuff around here. So likewise, you probably couldn't have seen it good at night, but like I decided to make like a little row of sea pickles, sea cucumbers, whatnot, so we can kind of find our way back and forth. So I wanted to give a whole bunch more vegetation. And some areas I've done more than others, like where it's more green, a little less of it, where there's more of this dull green. I wanted to stick more things in there. But I wanted to give it like some bunch of dead trees and little trees that died off and whatnot. So I've gone around and changed, got a little bit of junk wood, changed the tree trunks, because those really be the logs that were soaked in water. Added in some tiny little trees here and there, not too many of them. Might add in more just to kind of try to make it a little bit more concentrated. So a little bit of bushes and logs inwards, kind of kept those more of the oak stuff, but basically wanted to make these look a little bit more willow tree-like, hopefully. We got some of the seagrass. I do have kelp growing. I don't have kelp grown or planted in this area, but I'll probably go through and add some here and there. But I decided to put in some old kind of dead trees and logs and stuff in some particular areas, not to make it too crowded. I don't want to like go really crazy with it and then make my own trees and have to build them all from scratch and whatnot. But where some of the natural stuff was, added a little bit of it. And just a touch of color with the netherwort. Kept some of the blue flowers around, but didn't really add anything. I didn't want to add too much color to everything. And then like over here, we already had some sugarcane growing, and then just added more leaves to make it a little bit more swampy-ish looking. And I did put some of the sea cucumbers? Sea pickles. I always forget which one it's called. But in little areas, like just to kind of make it look a little bit more lit up at night. So I apparently did not do a very good job of them around here. But just so it gives like a little tiny glow. Like I know I stuck some down here. Yeah, over there. Just so like if you're going by at nighttime, it would look like a little something's going on. So I've been terraforming this whole area around here. Yeah, likewise this greenish. I wish it wasn't quite so green, because I would have liked to have put more stuff around. A little more of the bushes and dead trees, twigs, whatnot. Oh, these eggs are all over the place. Alright, so I can hop on. This is a fairly large swamp-ish area. And so I had a lot of trees to change and trim and shape. Over there is where I was originally thinking was carving into that side of the hill, but as you can see there's kind of this gap here in the middle, so I left this side as is because it's nice and green and regular trees, and kind of like those ones that are right on the edge. I just kind of left them alone just because they're right on the edge of the border. And so anything that was more in the swamp, then I had altered and changed them. But yeah, so I mean it took a little while to change these things, but I think I will continue to go and add a little bit more trees just to make it look a little bit more swampish. And I took out most of these lily pads. There wasn't too many of them, but thanks to the composter, it's pretty nice to have a place to get rid of your lily pads. Or I might keep some, give some away. You can always fish more up if you really need to. But yeah, I've tried to kind of make it a little bit more dense along the shoreline at least, just not so much in the middle so you can still boat around without a problem. I didn't want it to be like really slow and mucky and stuff like that. I want you to at least still be able to go around and boat through things. So that is like the bulk of the swamp area. Likewise, I might still do a couple large trees, I'm thinking. Alright, and then I can do a little update here for the inside. I have a little bit more excessive cocoa beans, but that's only because I'm wanting to grow a few of them rather than for decoration. I'll leave a few up, but I'll prune them as it goes on. Got a little bit more mushrooms growing. So on the sides we had it only kind of like down to here, so now I got it down here and down here, so we have a lot more dug out. So at top I'm gonna put in a couple water streams to make it go a lot faster, because it's gonna be dug down even more. So I had it kind of like here-ish, and then I decided to dig more on the side, and we got a lot of the ceiling kind of carved out. I like that it came up high, but I might end up doing something with this ceiling. It seems a bit low, but the thing is though, it's going to come down much lower. So I don't think I'm too concerned about it being too low. I want it just to be manageable to put stuff up in the ceiling. So I'll have a couple more higher points and low points, but it's been dug back a decent amount considering it was kind of right here-ish. And this might go down, I don't know, maybe 10 more blocks here in front, so that it'll be quite a bit of space as the ceiling and stuff gets more shadows and whatnot, especially when I get rid of those things up there. And I'm just going to put a little bit of lighting and stuff in there, but I've added in a few more things. Like I've gotten concrete powder now in, and I think some brown concrete in as well. And got a little bit of lighting up here, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to have sufficient enough stuff later on. But have the stairs kind of continue, kind of going along the sides on each side. This one will probably just straighten out a bit. Hey, where did you come from? I will have to go and try to figure out all the different little hiding holes and lighting and stuff that's not quite as good, but I want to just keep it as dark as possible without trying to lose, I don't want to lose the effect of everything. But, yep. And the holes that are leading down towards there, I probably should close them up. We don't need clumsy me falling in the holes. But that is it for the update on that. I'll continue to get this even dug out more. It'll still take a good bit of time, and we'll continue going in that kind of direction, I think, over there, and it will be much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.